Well, Busuyama Munina Makwaba, about Ghana Politics Avenue. Ahana open all the trending political stories in Ghana on Sa Bitumi Akano. Then story, a Mamunam Swafish Apa. After say no be a new madu be a Shana Brabum no Nsaka. Na United and Hodin in Quem as near Sefra Radio. Then a story de Bremu. Yet, in the Anna Kevin Taylor, a day in Simbi Abetuja. Na nsɛm a ɔda bɛto yi da sɔke airwaves no na nsɛm bɛn na ɔda bɛto da ɛyɛ afe a ɛtwam ya ne hu sɛ Tema oil refinery a yɛtwa so frɛ no tɔ ɔma operationalize na ɛsɛ yɛ adwuma na ɛnɛ na Kevin Taylor da bɛto da sɛ deɛ nti a aban dada no pɛn so no na tɔ that's Tema oil refinery no na ɛntumi nyɛ adwuma no ɛyɛ sɛ na NPP mpanimfoɔ bi di hɔ a dane ɔmo fi hɔ tank races then sɛ ɔmo petrol na ɔmo diesels a ɔmo use no personally ɛhɔ na ɔmo save no ɔmo companies oil companies na ɔmo wɔ ne ɛyi nyinaa ɔmo fuels no hɔ a na ɔmo save no nti na ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛ operationalize no na ama amanfoɔ ani aba hɔ ɛno nti na ɛkɔm yɛ sɛ Tema oil refinery aban dada ne prɛnso na yɛ news na wɔnyɛ adwuma na yɛ NPP mpanimfoɔ bi te sɛ Bawumia na po Kennedy Japan na use one for more oil reserves mmenkɔnyenkɔhwɛ video ni nti ɛba de di obi ano yɛ de bɛma mo
posing liars, people who did us damage on Ghanaians. We should not do that. We cannot force liars on Ghanaians. We cannot force Akuffo on Ghanaians. We cannot make it look like say Bawumia bon still I am a Bawumia. It does not work. You're 2026. The young Ghanaians sitting there on Jimmy. Let us stop all this comedy of trying to make some people think so much Jimmy. At the end of the day, credit. You can give credit to even a madman. You two guys are called Bodama Efe. When the moment credit no Bodama Efe. It does not mean it's on board them. Until we crediting Bawumia, does not mean Bawumia is dumb. Does not mean say on your dump. He is dumb. Does not mean he did not cause financial loss to this country. He caused financial loss to the country. Does not mean say the main reason why into this our policy is by achieve. We could not achieve it. What is credit? If you give credit to people and the credit could not benefit the people, what is the sense in that credit? Into Mumianja Jimino, Mahmoud Bawumia is daft. He has failed on all fronts. We are not going to allow anybody to create the impression say Bawumia is smart and intelligent and he has introduced some new thing. Bawumia introduced BBR. We were saving gold before Bawumia was born. Bawumia the gold for oil buy or the gold for reserve buy at the end of the day Oboka. You try gold for oil num. There's a new order in town. We are not going to allow you people to kill to lie to Ghanaians. We will kill Jandam. Now, there is one story I want us to also talk about and you're busy tall. Now, under NPP, watch as Store resumes crude oil refining after years of inactivity. Yekasa. Amount for a day. Ahwaya gold for oil. Anko su ye a yemu so mo jiminti. Ya pese bibia na de say Ghana and the NPP. Bibia kosu bi omompe. Everything they have a problem with it. But yeni Ghana for. Yeni eti Ghana. Yeni enim de ekoso Ghana. And the obin kinkan enchire yo. Yeni na kinkan. And the enyo obi de busa questions my no. Yeni na busa questions no. And we just don't sit and take any answer. We wait for reasonable answers. For a very long time, Tema oil refinery Kwame Nkrumah and Italians ekesi around the 60s. Na it was a refinery go a oil maye emiankasa ye fan we Ghana. It was ye tumi enane etieni etumi use bi eton no. For a very long time, Tema oil refinery abaya bama abanko Tema oil refinery esabehu life in 2016. From 2012 to 2016, and Tema oil refinery, the destiny changing for the better. It was that common time John Mahama emerged bust any Tema oil refinery. That was when we saw Tema oil refinery start to work again. After John Mahama every power in 2016, and at Tema oil refinery, a NPP for a Daneno tank farm. What they were doing in the say, na pomo ene Canada Japan money omo maka wa aban mu no omo petrol ene omo diesel no because they wanted a place to store it no omo sorry omo making sure say Tema oil refinery would never be put to use and yejuma effectively. The tanks were always empty. Send a beya omo betumi store omo diesels ene omo petrol e Tema oil refinery. It for 8 years under Akuffo, we saw a government that neglected Tema oil refinery. Now, some politicians were keeping their oils, their stolen diesel, stolen petrol. Bawumia ne busianfo, Kenya Japan ne busianfo, Naponi na sefo, NPP for, they turned Tema oil refinery into a tank farm, whereby omunya omo illicit their diesels na, petrol na, that is where they were storing it. Under Akuffo and Bawumia for 8 years, they did everything possible to make sure, say, Tema oil refinery, no, it never worked. And we all saw what happened under Akuffo and Bawumia. All that they did was that they did everything possible to make sure, say, a refinery, no matter what, Oma for Sikabia and Shem, near Tikrumha. And an another danko Akuffo, Efa car, on Bawumia, a Tema oil refinery, echo, baby a freno, another private refinery, echo commission a private refinery. Your friend saying, Messias, what's the name of that refinery? What's the name of that private refinery now? Tema? What's the name? Nanado Danko Akuffo and Mahama Bawumia, they got in cars, Omutina Kamu, and Omuya Deng, Omuko Tema. Get me the name. They bypassed a year to Tema oil refinery, a year Ghanaian owned. They bypassed it and they went all the way to Central Oil and commissioned Central Oil. Chinese sini and the politicians for be oil refinery, a refinery company. They bypassed it and they went to refine a foreign person's refinery. And with the same Tema enclave. It shows you say a NPP way, Bawumia NPP way, Akuffo Canada Japan NPP Jimmy. They don't care anything about Ghana. Yet Akroma na papa Akuffo so ba Ghana always no trade. Yet yana ya papa Akuffo time ship edi koko ship to be rana koko na de keti amo na no so ko. Yet yana papa Akuffo Ghana Telecom no trade. That is what they do when they come to power. Adebia ye Kwame Nkrumah muja obia no maton wedi. Now what they did was for the past 8 years now omotina bemuno. Omo free power no na Tema oil refinery under Akuffo ne Bawumia na omo de eka $570 million eka Akuffo and Bawumia mo eboto Tema oil refinery. What they did was that they were using the refinery to store their diesels nyantik fiha and a whole scandal on the former GRA boss, your friend saying Kenodamwa, on phone with another custom official. No more say Jubilee House, the illegal drug diesel be every Nigeria said yang motor pirates wa omode ba store ewo ebeti wa mo murefi. Yes, omo free power no na Tema oil refinery ke da na $540 million. And so to me could be a Central Oil. Now at a point in our history in 2024, they told us to say Tema oil refinery it was worth $22 million and come over beton. At a point, oko Tema oil refinery na camera ebi ni ho na omo twitwa metals ni nyina container omo twitwa de alumi na omo de copot na obi akwa osi higher media ni etwitwa ni akoton. At a point, Tema oil refinery na refinery ni nipa ni ho na Bawumia Canada Japan na pomo no store omo diesel omo stolen oil ni diesel. Ne kra no in 2023 they told us to say Tema oil refinery it was worth $22 million. They wanted to sell it to themselves. Now when the Asia wanwa sebio quite interesting. In less than a year, the NDC government led by John Mahama, they have been able to put Tema oil refinery to work. And the menokasana dwi workers Tema oil refinery omo enane fango etieni ama Ghana yenya homfaso in less than 1 year. Let's go listen to the Tema oil refinery CEO.
The Tema oil refinery, both the CDU and the RFCC has not run from 2019 and 2021. So the refinery has not run. It's been dormant. It literally has been turned into a tank farm. President Mahama came when he appointed us, so we went there. The refinery has a debt of $570 million that was left by the previous government. It is in disrepair. It needs a lot of maintenance, turnaround maintenance that has not been done. But the refinery is a strategic national asset. It is something that when attention is paid to, it can actually be an important ingredient in our country's economic recovery. The CDU and the RFCC combined capacity is 45,000 metric tons. And there was a new furnace that was bought by President Mahama between 2015 and 2016. If that furnace is commissioned, it will send the barrels per stream day to 60,000. And if that happens, the refinery can do between 45 to 60% of the national need. And when that happens, it means that it will have the amount of dollars that we need every month to import refined petroleum product. Because currently, we spend $400 million importing refined petroleum product. When TOR is back, that number is going to be halved.
Now, Debbie, I'm catching Ghana for a banway abana was here protect your banway. You and I, we need to protect this government, especially this president. This is not a joke. This is what we have to be discussing now. This is extraordinary. Omobeto eka $517 million. Nanado dankwe kufuado Bawumia Kennedy Japan. Kennedy not that boss to say GMPC board so boss. Napo Bawumia onini nuanom. They left $517 million eka enom the two Tema oil refinery so. Enomuko be a Centio oil. Omni Chinese ni ene kusibuating. Centio oil kusibuating shares wom. Nanado dankwe kufuado ne Bawumia ne ko enom ko commission Centio. From Central Oil to Tema Oil Refinery, it do 10 miles. Is it not despicable? And your time. Omo nyina she suit and omo kotina Central and omo commission Central. Na omo boka good Tema Oil Refinery made in Ghana for there. $517 million. Omo got war. They didn't touch it. In less than a year, Abambia ba etumia turn it through the CEO. Etumia turn it TOR into an active refinery. Okachem say, I should sit here and allow these monkeys, these inner monkeys to come rule Ghana again? You want me to sit here and tell you, say, the same monkeys who placed $517 million debt on TOR, you want me to sit here and tell you that these monkeys are intelligent and that we should hand over the country to them? What we are building today, if we hand over the country to these monkeys, these NPP monkeys, they will run us down. And that is something they have been doing for years. So let's not sit here and make it look like, say, we have started resetting and rebuilding. Yeah, my own 42 years. After 42 years, for now, we should not allow the inner monkeys to come close to our development. They will destroy the nation. They will come back and tell you, say, they are superior human beings than you because these are people who are not ready and willing to help us build. Sanka NPP for the Myansapa and Kenden Kosomia press conference, Nomaka said they want to applaud John Mahama for making sure a national asset, Kwame Nkrumah Jaya, Napodidi Kwame Nkrumah terminal, that national asset has been revived. And NPP for the Myansa, Sanka Bawumia, Kennedy Mo, someone Amambofo and Community Munyansa. They should on their campaign be applauding John Mahama for putting TOR to work. Tema oil refinery ye Juma, and internet and the petrol abba form, and internet and the auto petrol before. It is working not even at its full capacity. So imagine, say, the next 8 years, 10 years, 12, 20, 40 years, the NDC is in power and making sure, say, you see another refinery, how much a better petrol. This is how you are supposed to think. Now, and these are the steps they are taking. A refinery, na a deka, $570 million, almost to me, turning around. The Tema Oil Refinery has taken a major step to strengthen efficiency with the commissioning of a new fleet of operational vehicles. This strategic investment, funded entirely through TOR's internally generated funds, marks the first major logistical upgrade since 2013 and signal a renewed drive towards productivity and sustainability. Now, with appreciation to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Honorable John Jinapor, the board management and resilient TOR workforce, this milestone sets the refinery firmly on the path of revitalization and progress. This is under John Mahama. And one name say anka TOR bedroom point bia, we are retooling TOR. And there can be a friend IGF, internally generated fund. TOR anka said to my yejumenya sika edia to cars edia to equipment e pese e de boama TOR edwuma koso. TOR na under Bawumia, under Kennedy Japan, under Akuffo, TOR na edeka $570 million no, and the TOR etumia 10 year around under JM, under NDC in less than 2 years. Etumia kreti sika aye jumenya internally etumia kreti sika etumi to equipment to make sure TOR ejina na so. You said I should hand the country over to this NPP hooligans. I should give the country back to these inner monkeys. They don't care. All that they understand is to steal. All that they understand is to make fun of us, to insult us in our faces, to steal money and go keep on islands, to steal money and take to the UK. These are not people we can hand over a nation to again. If you're a Ghanaian, you should be proud. Abana woto ya na ebi mfaso na ebi nie. You should be proud say woto abama John Mahama na NDC. Be proud. Because through you, through Abana woto ya nti yetume save Kwame Nkrumah TOR. Kwame Nkrumah Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah TOR no. In history bedu some point they say ye na save TOR. Sanke yanto ba ama NDC amba power anka Kwame Nkrumah TOR no anka hye essay. Intimino me na make history. We should be very proud. And we should protect the history that we have made. And how do we protect it? We have to make sure consistency, keeping this NDC government in power for the next 41 years to protect Yene Dieyepe. So it is not a joke. We have made history. You should be proud. I was all my wenije. Say, oh yeah, CPP ni nenda otigana ma weninje nama fa ayede wakoma pa support to NDC because adena Kwame Nkrumah ye na CPP mubo mu dewuro no and the NDC ababa be ye NDC asabe revival no into your CPP ni a technical your NDC ni to so do vote my NDC twaso. Allow the inner monkeys to fool. Allow the hooligans to fool. They will never see anything good in what we are doing or the building we are building because they just come, destroy, kill, and then disappear. That is what they do. Kind of that way. He came to destroy. He came to steal. And then he has disappeared. Kind of that way. He came to destroy. He came to steal. And then he disappeared. That is their trademark. That is their modus operandi. That is how they are built. Blueprint. This is how they are. They come, they destroy, they steal, and then they run. And they have been doing it since Tema. Started here. They are snitches for the foreigners. We're more concerned for snitches, and that is what they have been doing for years. So we need to be happy. We need to be very, very, very confident in moving forward. You know, we all have to be focused. We have all made history today. We have revived Tema Oil Refinery. We have revived the refinery. And we should be happy because when you see this lit up, it should tell you that you have made history. So, NPP for the Omojimi, they be a catch Ghana for NPP for naturally they are foolish. They don't understand. They just don't want to accept to say Ghana for no is here yini ya jinu bie ye nyankwasi afobiem ye ma obi for tribe or sumbi any atrobi and other. They still don't get it. They still don't respect Ghana for. They still think say we are joking. The NPP, you know, the reality, you know, still they don't want to accept the reality. Ghana for nyankwasiafo mo nyomas.
Ebuso da munya ma sese majibre na modi atie na mahwe yen. Sidim di kan na Ghana Politics Avenue. Open all the trending political stories in Ghana. Channel issue na onsa bitumi akano. And then they can watch channel so best subscribe to channel. Now free notification bell no no onsa boss say be the video afro bi aba onsa bitumi aka. We are video ya uhwe no one like no one share ma afro nso anya bi. Say be yom bitumi hu Ghana manusem ni de ekoso Ghana manusem no so de tim da bo ombra. Da munya ma sese majibre na me de tie na mahwe yen. Aha Ghana Police Avenue Akroma na bye bye.